Okay, welcome to Kojo's Math, and today we're talking about order of operations. An order of operations, as many of you have learned, is called Pemdas. Some of you have learned when you express it to remember it as, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So we're going to go over it briefly. We're not going to talk about the E, we're just going to introduce the E, but we're not going to do any problems today where we have the E. So, the P stands for parentheses. Parentheses. So you go to the parentheses first and do whatever's inside. On order of operations, you have a string of numbers. You're going to go to the parentheses first and do whatever's inside. Next, you would do the E, which is exponents. We're not doing those today. We're going to do those next lesson. Then you go to multiplication or division. Some students think because the multiplication becomes before the division that wherever the multiplication is, you go and do that first. That's not true. You go left to right, whatever comes first, multiplication or division in the expression. Remember, it's an expression because it doesn't have an equal sign. So multiplication and division, whatever comes next, in order, left to right, as you read the problem is what you do next. That's because they're called inverse operations, and you need to remember that. They're called inverse operations. What are inverse operations? Inverse operations are where you've done something in math, like 2 times 3. 2 times 3 equals 6. So you have multiplication. You're going 2 times 3 equals 6. Inverse operation allows you to go backwards, to get something from going backwards. So instead of going, we have 6, and then I go, well, I want to go back to see a part. So I go 6 divided by 2 would equal 3. That would be inverse operations. In math we go, let's see, if you go forward, so to your right. So in math we go forward. 2 times 3 equals 6, but we have to be able to go backwards and go 6 divided by 2 equals 3. So we can go forward in math, but the inverse operations allows us to go backwards. Another example, 10 plus 2 equals 12. That's going forward. To go backwards, we would subtract. 12 minus 2 equals 10. Inverse operations. It allows us to go back and forth in math. You've got to remember that. Because then when we do Pemdas, and you memorize this, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, we do parentheses first. Whatever's inside there we simplify. Then we do exponents, which we're not doing tonight, we're doing tomorrow. And then we do multiplication or division, whichever one comes first as we read the problem left to right. And then we do addition and subtraction last, but left to right, whichever one comes first as we read it, left to right. And we're going to show you some problems. Some of you probably believe that because addition comes before subtraction, we go and add before we subtract. No. Left to right. And we'll see it now as we get into it. So here we go. We're going to do these together. Pemdas, always right at the top of your paper till you know it. We go and we say, are there any parentheses? No. Any multiplication or division? No. And this says 15 minus 2 plus 3. Then we do addition and subtraction. We do not do addition first. No. We go left to right. Addition and subtraction are inverse. Neither one is more important than the other. So we don't go 2 plus 3. We go left to right. Which one comes first? 15 minus 2, which is 13, and 13 plus 3 is 16. If you did 2 plus 3, you would get 5, and 15 minus 5 is 10. That would be incorrect. Left to right. That's called a rule, the left to right rule. Now, let's read this. 8 minus 6 divided by 3 plus 3. There's no parentheses, there's no exponent, there is division. So we go in here and we do the division first. So we're going to go 8 minus 2 plus 3. We do not then do addition first. No, because addition and subtraction allows us to go backwards and forwards. Neither one is more important than the other. So we go left to right. So we go 8 minus 2 first. 6 plus 3, the answer is 9. Notice, you should circle your answer. Now notice how I'm showing my work. In upside down pyramids or upside down triangles. See that? I want your work that way. Your work should look just like this. Look at this. Here's the problem, here's the step, here's the step, here's the step. They're called inverted triangles or upside down pyramids or upside down triangles. It forms a point. That's the work I want on these problems. No exceptions. No exceptions. Okay, then we come over here. Now this time we're going to follow Pemdas. We do have parentheses. So we go inside the parentheses and we do the Pemdas. We bring down 24 divided by 2. Anytime you have a 2 or a number next to parentheses, it means multiplication. Forever. Anytime you have a number next to parentheses, it means multiplication. So we're going to go over here and we're going to go, oh, 2 times the parentheses, 1 plus 5 is 6. Now, go back to Pemdas. We did parentheses, there are no exponents. Now we have multiplication and division. They are inverse operations. Neither one is more important than the other. So, we do not do multiplication before we do division. Because, we'll get rid of this because that comes out, right? We did the parentheses, so erase that. Once we simplify that, it comes out of the parentheses. But we go left to right. The division comes before the multiplication. So 24 divided by 2 is 12, times 6 is what? 72. Okay? Now I want you to pause the video, and I want you to do these problems. Write these down and follow Pemdas. 48 divided by 6 divided by 4 plus 3. 8 times the quantity, that means parentheses, 3 plus 4 divided by 4. That's a 4. 12 minus 2 plus 5. Remember the left to right rule. 3 times the quantity, whenever I have parentheses, I say the quantity. 3 times the quantity of 5 plus 2. You don't say 3 parentheses 5 plus 2. You need to be able to speak mathematically. 3 times the quantity of 5 plus 2 minus 10. And then the last one, pretty long, but you should be able to do it. 4 times the quantity of 3 plus 2 minus 2 times the quantity of 1 plus 1 plus 6. Pause the video, do the problems, and then start the video and we'll go over the answers. Welcome back. Let's see how you did. Now notice how I'm showing my work in upside down triangles. I expect that. The only thing is you might circle the answer at the bottom. So we have 48 divided by 6 divided by 4 plus 3. We're going to go left to right here. 48 divided by 6 is 8. And then I bring divided by 4 plus 3. And then I go 8 divided by 4 is 2. I bring down my 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. No equals. It doesn't equal it because it is an expression. These are just expressions. No equal signs. No equal signs for these answers. That's why it's an upside down triangle. This one, 8 times the quantity of 3 plus 4 divided by 4. We go inside the parentheses. We get 3 plus 4 is 7. 8 times 7, 56. Bring down the divided by 4 is 18. That's not right, is it? 4. I made a mistake. Whoa. So 4 goes into 5 one time, and 4 goes into 16 4. So if you had 14, you were correct. I was wrong. Too fast. See, even I make mistakes when I go too fast. Now look at this one. This was 12 minus 2 plus 5. How many of you went 2 plus 5 is 7 and got 12 minus 7 and got 5 here? Left to right rule. Addition doesn't come before subtraction. It's not more important. You go left to right. So it's 12 minus 2 is 10. 10 plus 5 is 15. Upside down triangle, look at that. Then 3 times the quantity of 5 plus 2 minus 10, and I expect you to be able to say that. 3 times the quantity of 5 plus 2 minus 10. 5 plus 2 is 7. 3 times 7 is 21. Minus 10 is 11. I circle that, but look at how my work is shown. I expect that for you. Do you need to draw triangles? Some students like to do that because it kind of makes them feel like they're organizing their work. You can leave it like this, or you can draw the triangles. Now let's see how you do this one. Read this one for me. Okay, 4 times the quantity of 3 plus 2, minus 2 times the quantity of 1 plus 1, plus 6. Inside the parentheses, 3 plus 2 is 5. Inside the parentheses, 1 plus 1 is 2. So I bring down 4 times 5, 2 times 2, plus 6. 4 times 5 is 20, minus 2 times 2 is 4, plus 6. Again, do not add these two because it's not more important. Addition doesn't come before subtraction. It's left to right. 12 minus 4 is 16. Bring down the 6. 16 plus 6 is 22. Okay. I hope you did well. I want you to write now at the bottom of your notes, and I'll be checking these, write down 2 things that you've learned and 1 thing you still have a question about. Tomorrow we'll do these in class. Have a great evening. Get fired up for order of operations. Bye-bye.